Hello everyone, welcome back to my Python tutorials. Today's episode, I will be showing you how to use an if statement. There are many different ways you can use an if statement. I'm going to show you the first three, I guess you can say. So, to start, let's start by assigning variables. And I apologize for the loudness of my keyboard. There's really nothing I can do about it. So, x is equal to 5. Let's say y is equal to 10. This is how you use an if statement. If. Yeah, first you have to type if, and then you add the conditional. If x is equal to y. So that's your conditional. Now you might be wondering why I added two equal signs. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the two equal signs basically means if x has the same value as y. If you just use one, you'll just be saying x is equal to y. You're setting the variable x to the same value as variable y. So you need to use two equal signs in order to say that x has the same value of y. Now let's press enter. Oh look, it's broken. What happened? When you use an if statement or any other really statement like this, it should indent automatically. It didn't. Why? Because you need a colon. Colons are used to tell the computer that you have finished writing your conditional. So you add a colon and there we go. Now it's indented. So if x is equal to y, we're going to print x is equal to y. There, that's that. Now, you see it's still indented. We can add other things to it. Blah, 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 blah. We don't have to do that. What comes with an if statement is an else statement. If the condition is not met, then you go to the else statement. Simply type else. It has to be on the same indentation as the if. If the if is over here, like this, then it has to be the same. Now, of course, this won't work because, not supposed to be indented like that. But let's say if it's on the same line, it has to be on the same line. As usual, you have to add a colon, and then it indents automatically. Print x is not equal to y. Because if x is not equal to y, well then it's not. So there we go. You have just written your first if-else statement. So let's go ahead and run this. Run module, save. X is not equal to y. Yes, because x is 5 and y is 10. Now let's say x is 10 as well. It should say x is equal to y. X is equal to y. Perfect. Now there's another one we can do. Set this back to 5. Let's say, what if x is greater than y? Let's say x is greater than, don't need a greater than 2, greater than y. Let's run this. So x is not, I didn't change that, my bad. Let me go ahead. X is not greater than y. So, run this. It says x is not greater than y. Now let's set this to 15. Run it again. X is greater than y. Perfect. Now what if you want to see if it's equal or less than? How do we do that? Well, there's something called an elif statement. It's like an else statement, but an if statement mixed in. So let's start by doing this. Can I go down one? No, okay. Elif, you see it turns that. Elif statements, unlike else statements, have a conditional just like the if statement. So elif, get my mouse out of the way there. Elif, x is less than y. Add a colon, and then it goes down to the next line. Print x is less than y. Whoops, then y. Now you could use an else statement. Else statements are not necessary. So you can just use an if statement and an elif statement. You don't have to have an else statement. But since if it's not x is not greater and x is not less than, well, if nothing else, then it has to be equal. So print x is equal to y. Whoop, toy, there we go. X is equal to y. So you have an if statement, an elif statement, and an else statement. You can add as many elif statements as you want. So if we run this, x is greater than y. Let's change this to 10. It should go straight to the else statement. And then, whoops, 10. There we go. Say x is equal. Yep, x is equal to y. I do this one more time. Let's say this is 5 again. X is less than y. So we know that all this works perfectly, just the way it's supposed to. I almost deleted all that. Glad I didn't. But now we know that all this works perfectly. Now, how does it work? The if statement works by doing this. It goes to the first line. Python reads line by line. So you go to the first line. Is x greater than y? Is it? No. So it's not commit, so it doesn't execute this. It goes to the next one. Is x less than y? Yes. Yes, it is. So then executes this line. It doesn't even look at the else statement because the condition has been met. Now if we were to add this, is x greater than y? No. So this doesn't execute. elif, is x less than y? No. It's the same. So then it goes to the else statement. If nothing else, runs this. Print x is equal to y. Because if it's not greater than, not less than, then it has to be equal.